Hi, this is DIY Business Buying. Welcome. My name is John McElroy. I'm the founder of DIY Business Buying, and this is our DIY Live weekly group call, so welcome. First thing up is I want to talk about what our goal is with DIY Business Buying. Our goal is pretty simple. We want to help you buy a great business, not any business, a great business. Our rallying cry is no buyer's remorse. I want to talk about what we offer, but first a little detour. I spent 25 years of my career in executive education. In that time, I've taught finance, I've taught M&A, I've taught tax. I'm not a tax practitioner, but I am professionally trained in tax. I have a master's degree in taxation, so I spent a lot of time teaching that. I probably have 1,000 days of front of the room training in that environment, talking about finance, M&A, and tax. And I learned really early what learners want is not always what they get. Often what they get are concepts. They get conceptual training. That's 95% plus of public training. I mean, it is important. We're going to talk about concepts. An example would be how to value a business. And I'll cover the income approach, the market approach, the cost approach. But in my experience, learners do want more. They want to know how the concept can be applied to their situation. They want applied knowledge. Really, they want to know how to value their target co. That's what's important to them. Even better, they want to know how the concepts are practiced. They want to work with a professional to apply the concept to their situation. So they want to value their target co with a professional who's done it before and knows how it works. And at DIY Business Buying, we are going to cover all three: concepts, how they're applied, and how they're practiced. So in terms of concepts, that is our free tier. In terms of applied and how the concepts can be applied to your situation, that is our paid tier. It's DIY Plus, $79 a month. That's an intro rate only. And how those concepts are practiced, working alongside a professional, applying the concepts to your situation. That is a do-it-for-you package. It's a one-time fee, $499 per deal. I want to go over the details of all three so you can see where value is delivered at each level. I want to start with the free tier. It includes a 25-video training series that covers business buying A to Z. I took business buying and I broke it down into 20 mini steps involved in buying a business. And this is what it looked like. Maybe some of them could be combined, but I thought to myself, maybe we could get rid of number one, pre-planning, not advised. But otherwise, we need to generate deal flow. We need to create an offer letter. We need to find the money to close the deal. We need to do the due diligence. And so really all of them are part of what's involved in buying a business and learning the concepts. In my mind, it's the nuts and bolts of deal making. It's going to be a big emphasis for us. So our free tier includes the video series, but it also includes sample offer letters. If you're buying shares, maybe it's assets. Maybe you want to use an earnout. You got sample offer letters for that. We have sample LOIs. You want to buy the assets of a business or maybe the shares. We have sample cold outreach prospecting letters for off-market deals. We're going to provide you with financial modelings. There's one on structuring, cash cushion. There's others in development. We have curated links on deal flow and financing. I think there's 250 plus in total. And there's a due diligence questionnaire as well, 300 plus questions that you can use to create your due diligence questionnaire. And I have to be honest with you, it represents hundreds and hundreds of hours of effort to compile and create the resources that we're giving away absolutely free, totally free in our free tier. Next is our DIY Plus, our paid tier, $79 a month. What do you get here? Well, you get the DIY live call, the one you're on. It's a weekly group call, 4 times a month, some months 5, where we do live training. We do Q&A on your deals. We're going to interview industry players, lawyers, financial brokers, lenders, you name it. Pro tips, books, links, tools, and resources. Anything at all that helps you buy a great business. Fair game for DIY Live. That's our first weekly call. The second one is Deal Review. Also 4 or 5 times a month, where members submit a deal for review. 3 deals get reviewed on each call, and we give feedback on value, structure, closing, etc. Then after some back and forth, we put it to a vote. Is this a deal or no deal? Does this deal make sense? Should we be pursuing it, or should we throw it back? I've probably reviewed 500 deals in these kinds of calls. It's great fun, very educational, really looking forward to it. So those are the 2 weekly group calls, but there's also an individual deal hotline call you can make. It's monthly, it's 60 minutes. This is one-on-one help where we address all deal issues that you have in a personal Zoom call. We handle questions, next steps, different approaches. You get help buying the business, closing the deal, or anything else that's on your mind. This is our core offering. And if you do the math, it's 13 hours per month of live engagement with a business buying professional. 13 hours, $79 a month, incredible value. Now, I do plan to add a fourth element, pop-up calls, things that are unscheduled. When we get inspired, we want to go live. They'll always be recorded and be available on the DIY site. Next, I want to talk about Do It For You, our $499 per deal package, where you can work side by side with a business buying professional to help you buy your target business, where we do the initial 9 steps. That's the Do It For You part. What does it entail? Well, we're going to give you a list of documents to request from the seller or broker, what we need to do the analysis and make the offer. When we get the documents, we'll analyze the deal. We'll give you a summary, what's missing. That will lead to some follow-up questions that we're going to provide you to close the gaps on discovery. Then we'll do the financial analysis on the deal. We'll model it up. Then we value the business for you. We're going to structure the deal. We'll prepare an offer letter for you to submit to the seller or broker, help you negotiate counter offers, and when agreement's reached, prepare the letter of intent and draft it for you. And those are the 9 steps. I say draft because many times people want to run an LOI by their lawyer before they submit it. That's totally up to you. But this is a good stopping point because after that, it's very often a good time to hand things off to your lawyer. Of course, not everybody wants to do that. Some people want to wait to get the lawyer involved. If that's you, you can always book a consulting call if need be. What's a consulting call? It's available to all members, both on the free tier and the paid tier. Anybody who needs some quick help on a deal, feel free to go to the DIY business buying site and book that call. It is a paid call. Now, just to finish up Do It For You, the grand prize, of course, is to buy the target business that we're pursuing. But there's a great consolation prize too, and that is you now understand the business buying process in a lot more detail because you've gone through it. So concepts, how they're applied, how they're practiced. Concepts are the free tier. How they're applied is the DIY Plus tier. And how they're practiced is the Do It For You package. Only a couple more things and I want to wrap it up. What is our emphasis? I think of it as 4 quadrants. Number 1, we have to emphasize the nuts and bolts of deal making. Get those concepts down, understand how they apply to our situation, be really good at those 20 steps. We also have to be good at finding deals and generating deal flow. There's a real art to it. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about it. Of course, you have to find the money. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about that. Business improvement, really important. I think it is the straw that stirs the drink when it comes to business buying success. More to say about that later, of course. I'm John McElroy. I'm an M&A coach and advisor. I've been buying businesses for now. It's 35 years. First transaction in 89. Been involved in over 110 transactions over the years. I've coached at least 450 business buyers. That could easily be higher. I've been doing it for 10 years. I've worked with hundreds of people who have closed dozens of deals. I've also been an executive educator for 25 years, as I mentioned. In terms of education, I hold an MBA in finance, a master's in taxation, and an MA degree. Lots of experience in business buying that I can't wait to share with you. I want to talk a little bit about our general philosophy. I consider us to be a grassroots business buying organization. There are a lot of high-end business buying programs. I've been associated with a couple of them. They're great. There's great people in those programs. I met amazing people, lots of value. Lots of people in those programs have bought businesses. Sometimes you even get to go to a castle. But what I've noted is most of them have a huge marketing budget, which necessitates some pretty high prices. $15,000, $17,000, $14,000, $20,000, right? It's a huge investment for people who want to buy a business. So you know what? I said, we're going the other way. I want to make something super affordable that has similar value. Yeah, you read that right. I'm trying to create similar value that you would get in any of these high-end programs, but I'm not planning to do any marketing at all. That's my way of keeping prices low. I'm going to rely on word of mouth. If you know someone who's buying a business or wants to buy a business or wants to understand how to do it, send them our way. They get unbelievable amount of value completely free. And there's tons of value in the DIY Plus tier as well for only $79 a month. So I really look forward to seeing you. Please join us. You can find our website at www.diybusinessbuying.co, not .com, but .co. Hope to see you all soon, including existing DIY business buying members and new members. Hope you've enjoyed this. Take care. Bye-bye.